Hi, I'm Lisa. Welcome to my glass studio. In this video, I'd like to show you a fun way to take your glass and make a little weaving design out of it. So what I've done is I've cut some beautiful colors into 1/4 inch wide strips of glass. Now what you do is you take those strips and you place them on this very interesting, cool mold and you slump them. So we slump these to the regular slumping temperature, which is 1365 degrees for COE 96. All right, we lay these out here. We slump them, and then they come out of the kiln looking like this. These cool wavy pieces. Isn't that fun? And you can do all sorts of colors. You can see here I've got some nice opal colors happening. I have some transparent red here. This is an opal red. What you want to keep in mind is this is called a weave mold. When you're searching to buy one, every manufacturer has a slightly different configuration and size. So it's best if you make all of the pieces for a single project on the same mold. Because check this out. Here's a yellow piece, right? And that fits nicely on the mold. But look at this yellow piece. Actually, that one fits okay, but look, it's not quite the same configuration. See, it's not quite the same. It doesn't actually fall into the grooves. So this particular piece was made on a different mold. It may have even been the same mold with the same code number from the same manufacturer, but sometimes they're a little bit different. So it's a good idea that once you start your project, that you do all those pieces on the same mold so you know that they're compatible with each other in a sense that they will fit nicely together when you go to move to the next step. These are slumped to the regular slumping temperature of 1365. Now, depending upon your kiln, depending upon the type of glass you use, opal glass tends to be a little harder than transparent. You might have to hold it a little bit longer. You might have to go a slightly hotter temperature in order to get a really nice bend in the pieces of glass. If you don't have a good bend, then you can't weave them easily because the glass won't go through. You won't have a large enough dip and curvature here if it doesn't make good contact with the mold underneath. So may have to play around with your temperature a little bit when you're slumping these so that you get the right results that you want. And keep in mind when you change types of glass, if you go opal versus transparent versus clear, that may change your temperatures and your hold times again. So basically, we put the pieces of glass in the mold. On top of the mold, we slump these pieces of glass. They come out looking like this. I'm going to slide this over. Then we take these pieces of glass and we lay them out in whatever pattern we want. Now there is kind of an area right here. Let me see if this shows up better on this purple one. Right here, there's an area where it has come in contact with the shelf and you pick up a little bit of texture. I generally put that part down, so I have the shiny part up, because that has a little bit of a matte finish. So I lay that down. We lay the pieces of glass side by side. Let's change up the colors here a little bit. I'll put the red over here. Now this one I have going the wrong way. Let's turn that over. Place this one here. And then you alternate them. You stagger them so that the arch, the top part, alternates. So we have high, low, high, low, high, low. Then we take more 1/4 inch pieces of glass, 1/4 inch wide strips, and we tuck them through those openings. And that's what creates the beautiful pattern and the weave. Now these are opal colors. Here I've got a pretty transparent color. Now these don't have to be uniform. They could be different lengths. They could all be the same length. That's a transparent. Let's go with an opal. You can do this in, as big or as little as you want. Here we got another opal right here. Tuck that in. Now if you're having trouble getting the pieces of glass in there, it's because they're a little bit too wide. Try working with something that's a little narrower, because the wider pieces will not fit in there well. And if you have not made these pieces on the same mold, they might not line up great by the time you get to the bottom. So that's why it's important that you do these all on a single mold, and probably even in the same firing. That's a transparent. Let's do another opal here. But look how fun this is. This is a really quick, fun, easy project. Great way to maybe introduce other people who don't do glass fusing into the art, because it's quick, fun, and easy to make. Now, we would take this, we would put it back in the kiln on the shelf, and check this out. Look, let's hope this stays together. Look, I can lift this up pretty easily and transport it to the kiln. Isn't that fun, right? So put it inside the kiln on a kiln shelf. We'll heat it again. This time we'll go to the tack fuse temperature. The tack fuse temperature for 96 is 1365. Now when I fired these pieces here, I went a little bit lower. I went to 1335 because I wanted to retain a lot of texture and I wanted the glass to stick together, but I also wanted to retain those nice bumps. I didn't want it too flat. So remember, we can take this whole thing right to the kiln. Ooh, look, I can even pick it up by one piece. That is fun right there, right? Never tried that before. And here it is on film and it's working. Isn't that cool? Okay, so anyway, I took these to 1365. These are student projects. And look how nicely they came out. So regular tack temperatures 1365. These went to 1335. So I retained this nice texture here, the nice weaving design where it looks like the glass is curving over each other. And these pieces that were originally flat, they look like they've been slumped over a mold like this because of the way it's laid out. And look how I have nice over, under, over, under, over, under, over, under. The transparent colors are really nice in comparison to the opalescent colors. Here's another one. This one's a little smaller. We've got some transparent colors. Look how when this amber goes over the blue, you get a shade of green. And here we get a different shade of red when that green is over that red. That's really fun. And these pieces, of course, could be transparent as well. And that would add a nice dimension to it. And then here's a third one. This one is kind of monochromatic, but very pretty in itself. We've got a deep blue, medium blue, and then the yellow that complements it and just really brightens that up. And this one's a little bit longer. Now here, this was where the wavy pieces extended past the design. So these kind of flattened out here and here, but that's kind of fun. Now you could take this if you wanted to, put it in another mold and slump it and give it a curvature. Give it a wavy design, give it an arch like a bowl. You could glue a sawtooth hanger on the back of this, hang it on the wall. That'd be very cool. You could do it in rainbow colors. That would be fun. You could do it in watercolors where it kind of goes dark blue to medium blue to light blue. You know, think about how you want to lay that out. So a lot of fun. Different manufacturers have different molds. So you can look those up online, get them from your art glass supplier, and then go at it, jump in, and make some really cool woven pieces. Thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed learning how to make these cool little weaves and that you have some in your future soon. And again, you can make these bigger, smaller. They could be accent pieces, something a decorative detail, a component piece you add to another design, and that would be really cool. Matter of fact, I think I'll do that myself. All right, so again, thanks for joining me. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Then you'll get notified as soon as all of my new videos come out. You'll be up to date with everything that's happening here in the studio. Please consider becoming a premium video member. We have exclusive content for members, new videos coming out every month. We've got great designs. It comes step-by-step video instruction, pattern ebook that's printable, full color pictures, specific firing guides, and my step-by-step instruction on exactly how to make these really fun projects. So please consider becoming a member. And until next time, happy fusing!